Hi, my name is Dr. Anthony Weller and I'm the lead GP here at Hygiene Health. And I wanted to take some time here with Lynn Anniwell, who's our lead of psychology here at Hygiene also, to run through one of the components of our shape model. So for those that haven't heard of our shape model, that's looking at some simple lifestyle measures that we can take as a foundation that's going to help us optimize our health and reduce our need for increased medication, increased procedures. And as we often talk about doing the simple things well, sometimes we get into the mentality of just saying, look, I'm doing pretty well in this, or I'm doing pretty well in such a thing. But it turns out when we compare ourselves to established benchmarks, that we're actually not doing as well as what we think. So our shape model is sleep, hydration, air, alliance, preventative activities, and eating and exercise. And I've got Lynn with me. We're going to go right to the top and talk about sleep today, and being particularly interested in sleep and mental health. So Lynn, the first question for you that I had was, sleep and mental health, is it one of those things that's a little component, or do you count it as one of those big things that we need to line up in order to optimise mental health?
No, I count it as a big thing, and in fact, I believe it's crucial to good mental health. It's crucial to good health and well-being on every front. I think we think that sleep is an optional time when we feel stressed or we have assignments due the next morning. We feel like we can then use that time that you would normally sleep as a time to get some work done, and we power on straight through our sleep time. And yet there's a cost to that.
Yep.
Anthony, there's a cost to your health, and it might not be today, but it will come. So sleep is crucial.
Yep. Another thing that we often get into the habit of is saying, she'll be right, I'm doing okay. I get some sleep. In another segment we're going to talk about I'm breathing, so I'm doing okay. But what might be useful is to go through, do you have a quick checklist of signs of a good healthy sleep, or signs that the sleep actually isn't as optimal as what we would like? Are there some things to look out for to say, okay, if I'm doing well in these areas, or is there a bit of a checklist of actually keeping an eye out for a few things that show that we're not having optimal sleep?
Yeah, sure. And I see this a lot. And generally the things I find is that people have difficulty falling asleep. They feel tired, they go to bed, and they lay awake. Minute after minute, sometimes hour after hour, they just can't fall asleep. Some people might fall asleep, but then they wake through the night. And so we get frequency of waking through the night, not just once to go to the toilet, but perhaps 2, 3, 4 times a night they're waking. Sometimes people can fall back to sleep after they wake, but often I find that people have difficulty falling back to sleep once they wake up, and so that's problematic. Some people wake up early, say 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
They can't return back to sleep, and day after day that becomes very wearing. People say that they wake unrefreshed. They don't feel like they've had a night's sleep. They wake up tired. They drag themselves around through the day, and then they return to sleep the next night, and they have difficulty falling asleep again, and perhaps one or multiple symptoms like that occur on most nights. And so I think those things, if you're experiencing those things, well, perhaps your sleep's not optimal.
We're going to do a separate vlog where we talk about a concept that's called sleep hygiene. That's a very medical type term, but it's just about ways to try and set ourselves up a healthy pattern in order to optimise our sleep program. And so by all means, please tune into that. Thank you so much, Lynn, for taking the time to take us through that. Thank you so much for watching it.